17, do not fear death. Hagakure, great samurai writing, teaches us meditation on death should be a daily practice. The ultimate, like the penultimate warrior mindset is fearlessness in the face of death, right? Samurai, famously, whatever, were ready to die at any moment, and to the point where they would do seppuku, which was ending their own life if they decided that they were not honorable, right? So samurai meditated on their mortality every day. Because when you accept death, you are free to live with absolute clarity and purpose. This SEALs embrace a similar philosophy, and again, we've said it before, but embrace the suck, right? Hardship and death are part of the path. Accept them and move forward. It doesn't mean, for the SEALs, for the samurai, in the, back whenever, it meant actual life. It meant life and death, right? For us nowadays, we're not really living in a life and death scenario, but we are living in a, I need this, I don't need this mentality, right? It is testing your morality, which we are. You just look at the state of politics as they stand now. Our morality is tested every day. And you're seeing that in a lot of people where they're literally not talking to other family members anymore because they've drawn a line in the sand of what they're willing to deal with. And, you can have your own opinions about that. Family is family. It's a different subject. But, just how far are you willing to take not accepting something, right? For fear of the outcomes of not accepting the thing. And the samurai or the Dakota would tell you, don't fear it. Embrace it. Embrace the suck, right? 18, do not seek to possess goods or fiefs for your old age. A warrior does not hoard, he prepares. It's just a different way of looking at it, right? This isn't saying don't plan for the future. This isn't saying don't save money, right? But what it's saying is don't let wealth or possessions become your obsession. Samurai didn't serve for land and money. They served for honor. All things being equal, historically studying. So modern warriors should focus on building skills and legacy, not just wealth, right? It doesn't mean don't do that in the process. It just means don't sell one out for the other. 19, respect Buddha and the gods, but do not rely on them. Navy SEAL motto, pray for strength, but row away from the rocks. Faith is valuable, but personal responsibility is key to life. So Musashi's principles align with SEAL philosophy, right? No one is coming to save you. You must do the work. But, respect spiritual guidance. Respect your religion, but your fate is in your own hands when it comes to being on this earth, particularly from a warrior's mindset. 20, you may abandon your body, but you must preserve your honor. Death before dishonor. That's definitely a samurai Bushido code. It's the core of Bushido. Your physical body is temporary, but your honor is eternal. There's a scene in Troy with Brad Pitt, and the kid comes to get him. He needs to go fight this guy. And a kid is sent to get him, and the kid gets him his shit and puts him on the horse. And he says, do you know who you're fighting? And he's like, and Brad Pitt, he's playing Achilles. Achilles says no. And the kid says, he's like 7 feet tall and 300 pounds or whatever. He looks scary. Are you still going to go fight him? And he says, yeah. And the kid's like, God, I wouldn't do it. And he looks at the kid and he says, that's why no one will remember your name. That may seem arrogant. It came off arrogant in the movie, but the idea is that he's facing down that battle. He's taking that on. And that's what he's known for, right? In ancient Japan, a samurai would rather die with integrity than live with disgrace. A lot of modern warriors, from the military to martial arts leaders, they still hold this principle sacred. I do. There's a lot of disgraceful people in the world, including military leaders and martial artists, but it's one I happen to hold, and I will always, and it's one of the codes that I try to live by, is that I will always do right by someone, because that's how I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as the person that was helpful and that truly cared for people above himself, right? I think about that a lot as part of that daily meditation on death. What legacy will you leave? Will you go to the end of your life? Will you go into that deathbed knowing you lived life with honor? Or will you have moments in your life that you regret, that you wish you could go back and change? Okay, and if you feel in your gut that you're entering one of those moments that you're eventually going to wish you could go back and change, then why are you going in that direction? Okay, are you a warrior or not? And then the final one, and I have this in my own dojo. I have this written in Japanese calligraphy, but never stray from the way. The Bushido, a warrior who abandons his path is already dead. You're no longer, if you're not walking the path, you're not a warrior, right? So never stray from the way. Your way is your purpose, your guiding philosophy. Once you find it, you never deviate from it. And it doesn't have to be specifically the one that he's written, or the one that Funakoshi has written, or the one that the Navy SEALs write, or the one that Mark Devine tells me about. It doesn't have to be those things. It has to be the thing that I believe in. But once I find it and I articulate it, never deviate from it. Because when you do that, it's not real anymore. You have to make it real. Musashi spent his entire life refining his craft. Bruce Lee created Jeet Kune Do by never compromising his pursuit of truth in martial arts. SEALs never quit. They have the saying, never quit. They've pushed forward until the mission is complete, including if it involves death. That's the most important and final and most important lesson. In Zen Shodokai, we have a saying, never give up. So live by your principles, die by your principles, never stray from the way, never give up.